just going to keep bumping up against it.
Good.
So I'm introducing Dr. Jay Sordean, acupuncturist and natural medicine guru. He's asked me to read a testimonial that he got from a client, and it says, "Hi, I've been seeing Jay for at least 16 years with awesome results for so many different ailments. He's the real deal, and I highly recommend him." I can also say that for myself, I've used Jay in the past for digestive issues, and surprisingly, there were all kinds of extra benefits that came from being on his table, which included improved skin, just a natural overall sense of happiness, a lot of side effects that I would have never even imagined and didn't go to him for. So if you want to get freebies, then just lay down on his table and you'll get all kinds of extra stuff. Oh, you're welcome.
Boy, I just love compliments like that. You know? That's the reason why I do what I do, is to help people and improve their lives. Does anyone else here like those kind of compliments? Who else feels that way about their own business?
We all do.
Yeah, you better all raise your hands. Come on. So today's Valentine's Day, right? And so what's Valentine's Day all about? About love, about the heart, and about relationships. So I'd like to read that one. Well, Carrie's testimonial was wonderful. The first one was by a woman, and this is by her sister. "Although I have received treatments from Dr. J over the years, my true joy comes from my children's relationship with J and the ancient art of Chinese medicine. My daughter Winona started seeing J when she was a wee 8 weeks old. J taught me how to massage a baby and treat her homeopathically. Empowering. Winona is now 11 and has had her first series of acupuncture treatments regarding her insomnia. I'm so happy to Jay that we are getting great nights of sleep again. My son Mace is 7 and recently had his first acupuncture treatment for a nasty bout of poison oak. I am so happy to have my kids be exposed to mind, body, spirit medicine and know that they will always consider this healing as true. So I work with parents and children and a variety of different kinds of health problems to maximize their function. I look at the mental, the emotional, the physical, and the spiritual aspects of each person." Next slide, please. Is that working? No. Okay. So physically, our heart is very, very important. Next slide. It is the first organ to actually visibly start operating in utero. You can actually see it beating. The heart is also, next slide. The heart is also the big why of what we do in our business. And it's why in BNI they say to talk about your emotionally charged connection, because that actually builds trust with other people. Heart attacks are the leading cause of death in the U.S. 1 in 4 people die of heart attacks. And so it's possible any 5 of us could suddenly die here today. So, who has studied CPR? Who's done CPR? Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, I want to be around you guys if I have a heart attack, all right? The rest of you, get on it. You know, it's not that expensive. It's very important for everyone to know this. You can do incredibly positive things for other people and their families by helping someone who may fall over with a heart attack. Obesity is also a big deal in this country. It's epidemic. 80% of people are either overweight or obese. And that increases the risk of heart problems. Again, we're talking about the heart here today because it's Valentine's Day. Next slide, please. So this is one of the reasons why I'm passionate about the lecture that I'm doing shortly, which is on 5 secrets to permanent weight loss. Because Obesity is such a key component in all kinds of illness. And in fact, heart disease cost this country last year $109 billion in treatments and lost productivity. It's a big burden on the country. So if you have anyone who you love, who you think could use some extra weight loss to improve their health, please, please refer them to this lecture. It's free. It's a lot of fun.
Will you tell us the secret?
Pardon? I'm not going to tell you the secrets today yet.
What's the heart, man?
In Chinese medicine, there are 12 primary organs in our body that we deal with and we evaluate. Of those 12, 4 of them are in what's called the fire element. There's 5 elements, and all organs are categorized in different areas, just like in our in Western medicine, digestive system, you got the stomach and the spleen, etc. In Chinese medicine, they're also divided out in this way in order to give more information and evaluate people more quickly. Thus, 1 in 3 of the organs in the body are associated with fire. Now, fire is about energy. It's about happiness. It's about joy. It's about laughter. And it's about warmth. Next slide, please. The 4 organs are the heart. The heart is the controller of all the other parts of the body through its unconditional love, its capacity for unconditional love. The small intestine, slightly spelled wrong, here, just to see if you're watching, it helps to sort things out, sorts the good from the bad out. It's like the Pam Concierge of your body. The triple heater is the warmth of the body, and it's the torso. 1, 2, 3 areas of the body. All the body circulation should be even, and so we palpate these areas to see if temperature's even, and it'll tell us what's going on with the different organs, if they're working right. Then the 4th one is called the pericardium, which actually surrounds the heart itself. It surrounds the heart, it protects the heart. It's also called the circulation sex. It has to do with intimate conversations, sexuality, and one-to-ones, which we're all very familiar with here. This is more triple heater work here as a large group. One-on-ones are more pericardium. So if someone has difficulty in groups, that may be indicating something's a little bit weak in that particular area. Okay. Let's see, next slide. So, has anyone ever been in love? Raise your hands. Yeah, well, a couple decades ago, I was sweet on a particular woman, and we'd had a few dates and stuff. And I went to a party she invited me to, and she told me, it's over. She said, you're too nice. I go, I'm too nice? What does that mean? And I went into this surrealistic, this like I was in a zone. No, of course, this is also Halloween night. I'm wearing a costume, she's wearing a costume, everyone else is wearing a costume, so it was all surreal anyway. It was like, oh my God, what does it mean I'm too nice? And so that night I could hardly sleep, and I woke up and I had this incredible, next slide, a big black hole in my chest. It was like freezing cold in here, as if someone had actually gone and ripped my heart out. And so I lay down and I felt suicidal. I wasn't going to commit suicide, but I knew how someone who was suicidal felt. I really understood why someone would actually kill themselves. I felt that bad. So I lay down in the sun, I let the sun come down on me. This is fire element. And then I called some friends, and I went over, and they gave me lots of love. And they said, oh, you're worth loving, and you're wonderful. And that really helped bring the temperature and the heat back in my heart. Next slide. So this is a picture of me that one of my patients drew. And you can see I've got lots of arms here. So on our body, I want everyone to take their arms and wrap them around themselves and give themselves a big hug. Now, this is giving yourself warmth and love. And in Chinese medicine, each of the organs has a pathway that it flows in the body. 6 are on the arms, 6 are on the legs. 4 on the arms are associated with the fire element. All the organs here are fire element. The 2 on the top are lung and large intestine, which is related to self-worth and self-esteem. Any wonder why hugs are universal? I mean, not all societies come up and give each other big bear hugs or anything like that, and it's kind of like this distance. But certainly when they're in intimate relationships, they're probably hugging quite a bit. So I want you all to take your hand and put it in your armpit and come out the front to the palm and come back along the top to the back of the shoulder. Palm to the armpit to the palm, fingers to the shoulder. You do that over and over on both sides. It helps to increase the flow of energy in your heart in all the fire elements and the self-esteem. And the woman who mentioned that she brought her child in and I showed massages, this is one of the important massages for everyone to do every day. So let's go to the next slide. Did anyone see this last week? The rainbow, a complete rainbow was out here. It is beautiful. And so one more testimonial. Jay is a true healer. I feel many miracles from coming here at the Redwood Clinic, everything from physical healing and support to emotional and spiritual well-being and connectedness. Next slide. So what's my target market? With respect to the heart meridian and the fire element, someone has a history of heart disease. They need support. Or they have the risk of heart disease. If they have a relationship depression, or they're having some problem in connecting with people, they may have already gone to psychotherapy, massage, chiropractic, and even tried chocolate therapy, and it didn't work. Or they might have difficulty being in groups. These are potential people you might think about referring. Next slide. As well as someone who needs to lose some weight. Next slide. So this is my logo that I have on a variety of things that was developed recently, and now there's a little rainbow associated with it. So I'm Dr. Jay Sordean, the multi-handed Shiva figure, passionately and joyfully urging you to take the natural path to optimal health on Valentine's Day. Thank you.
Don't leave your heart, man.
Yeah.
Anyone want?
I don't want to see that.
No one wants my heart.